I think essentially this nuclear summit was a public relations operation on the part of the Obama administration. The focus, and particularly the media focus, was on nuclear terrorism and the impending dangers of a nuclear attack by Islamic terrorists, namely Al-Qaeda. This issue has been envisaged quite a number of times. In fact, it's even contained in the US military doctrine. The main threat, according to both the Bush and Obama administrations, is that Al-Qaeda constitutes a nuclear threat, that Al-Qaeda has the capabilities of launching a nuclear attack, of obtaining nuclear materials, and all this, of course, started prior to the war on Iraq, when Colin Powell actually presented indications of a dirty bomb attack, radioactive dirty bomb attack on US cities. And since then, it's been incorporated in military documents. And what I think is disturbing about this summit in Washington is the fact that the real threat to global security is nuclear war between countries. It's not Al-Qaeda, which in any event is known to constitute an intelligence asset of the CIA. It's an elusive network of organizations. The real threat is the threat of nuclear war, and particularly the threat of a nuclear attack by the United States and Israel directed against Iran. Now, at the same time, this summit was a pretext for the President of the United States to establish a dialogue with China and Russia regarding this matter. And also there's a certain amount of arm twisting with regard to the sanctions regime regarding Iran, and the fact that both China and Russia at this particular stage are firmly opposed to any kind of military action or punitive action directed against Iran. Now, very recently, the US president has in fact intimated that because Iran has allegedly nuclear capabilities, the United States could envisage using nuclear weapons against Iran in a preemptive nuclear attack, which is intended to make the world safer. It's an absurd type of reasoning, but if you look at what is actually happening, all those NATO countries, partners of the United States, including Israel, they have nuclear weapons now targeted at Iran. And at this nuclear summit, what is presented is in fact a smokescreen, a camouflage of the real dangers of nuclear war, by saying that in fact the dangers come from some elusive enemy, which is Osama bin Laden's Al-Qaeda. And then demanding countries to transfer their nuclear materials to some safe haven in the United States, which is also an absurd operation. In fact, as far as it goes, in the present context, the United States of America is the most dangerous threat to global security. And what this conference aims at achieving is to diffuse this understanding. It's a public relations campaign which seeks to present the nuclear threat in some distorted way so that people who listen to the media reports will believe that Al-Qaeda, bin Laden, and the global war on terrorism is the issue rather than strategic objectives of the United States, which include now the preemptive use of nuclear weapons against non-nuclear states. I don't think that the US administration at this stage is interested in negotiating. It is interested in creating an environment which will justify a possible nuclear attack on Iran.